Hi guys, my name is Kingstino, and these are my guys. The topics I want to talk about today is about housing and accommodation scouting in Lagos. You know, you agree with me that if you're a Lagosian, you know waiting it be now to move from one house to the other. All the agents wala, all the all the drama that goes and all the plenty money. I don't want to say unnecessary money, but a lot of different money for this, money for this. I believe every one of you watching at some point of your life must have gone through moving from one house to the other. And then you know what it is in Lagos. Lagos is different from every other part in Nigeria.
Are you saying like...
Yes, so I have my guys here, Precy P.
Mm-hmm.
I have Smokey Beats. And I have OloyeFab. And I have two special people in our midst, and I would like them to introduce themselves.
Hi guys, my name is Henry Ogujofo. I run a property company called Dozimax Homes and Property.
Not them be this.
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Olusegun David, popularly known as Prof. I work with Fair Home Properties.
Wow. We today in our full house. So every one of you, we don't face any kind of house, any kind of wahala with agents and all these real estate people.
Agents no get wahala now.
Here they are. So now, there's this. It's not an assumption. Houses in Lagos are very expensive. I feel so. I stand corrected, but Lagos houses are very, very expensive. And at the end of the day, these guys, they have one or two to say. Why is Lagos houses very, very expensive? For instance, imagine somebody that just graduated from school, just relocated to Lagos, and then just having decent salary of, let's say, 200,000 naira. And then this guy, they look for at least a room self-contained to even start with, to start life. Do you understand? And then the guy, you need to save like 6 months or even more to get one room apartments in some areas. I'm not even talking about the high, those places, but an average area in Lagos, mainland even. Why is it so?
Well, when you say Lagos, you've packed the whole Lagos together. Lagos is not expensive for me, if you ask me. But if you say some part of Lagos, I was okay, let's look at Lekki. Let's look at Bagada here. If I follow what you just said now, you said a guy with 200K. If you earn a salary of 200,000, for me, if the house you want to pay for, if your 3 months rent cannot pay that
3 months salary.
3 months salary, cannot pay your rent for 1 year, don't go for that house. If you earn 200,000 a month, 3 months salary, 600,000. You can get a room self-contained here in Bagada for 600K. You can also get a 2-bedroom apartment for that same 600K in another location that is not Bagada. So this is just all about planning. It depends on how you plan yourself.
It does not take away from the fact that housing is expensive now. I mean, like Lagos, I feel like we are tending towards mass homelessness. At a point now, you will say guys begin collect rent on that bridge, man. A time go come, you see somebody say, "Yeah, I get this Sienna. I just put my stuff there anywhere they dark and sleep." It's really becoming too expensive, and I don't know. Una dey here now, fear no go let me talk my mind, because if now we dey here, I for say agent they people will cause this thing better sooner or later.
No, feel free. Say anything.
No, you better say you talk about.
This is going to be a long way. So it's not just for you. Yeah. People are going to learn from whatever you are bringing out. So it's better you just say. But in reaction to what he said, let me put it this way: he has already said most of it. Yeah. Lagos is not expensive. If you go to Ikorodu, you might get something worthwhile that could actually tend to your salary. Now, when you are looking at saying Lagos is expensive, you're looking at your immediate environment, which is Wagada. You're looking at the island.
You can
What,
search it.
what makes it quite expensive or looks expensive now is that most work is on the island.
Yeah.
Most of the major jobs you
Jobs,
get
yeah.
is on the island. Now everybody tries to tend to move towards where it's easy or accessible to get to the island for them.
Yeah.
Then that's where you now find out that somebody coming from Abuja wants to stay in Agada, wants to stay on the island because it's central and closer to their workplace. Now, of course, the first reaction you get is that it's expensive because they are not going to Ikorodu. They're not going to Egbeda. You understand? They are coming to somewhere near their workplace. And that's where everybody now goes back, especially Abuja and Port Harcourt people. And now say Lagos is expensive because they are towards the places their workplaces are coming. Then you didn't even start from the main thing. Where I expected you to start from is infrastructure development. We were just gisting about this when he came in. Prices of material generally in Nigeria, even Abuja, when you said Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt, they are quite expensive. We have people telling us that,
but not like Lagos.
Because the crowd is now getting too much.
Yeah, the crowd. Yeah.
The crowd in Lagos is much. There are like more job opportunities in Lagos, which I believe than any other place.
Yes.
You understand? Maybe because the port is still here and major businesses or what's it called? Major organizations. Most head offices are in Lagos. You understand? So now we're getting more crowds every day, and I feel that's just why when there's high population, there's less housing. And then when houses are less, when the demand is high, you get the prices springing up.
Okay, you made mention of infrastructure. I mean, like, how does today's bag of cement affect a house built like 20 years ago?
What happened to me? You forgot that there's something called maintenance.
Okay.
Renovation.
Yes. A house of 20 years, once you renovate it, you renovate it now. And you renovate with what the cost of material is not now.
Into a modern standard of... But
so I'm living... Let's assume now, some people are living in a compound which has not been renovated for the past 10 years,
the rent
15 years. But the rent keeps going up.
This is where the government should come in, if it's me, and the regulation bodies. That is not working in Lagos.
That's a very complex situation.
It's not working. So if you go back now, you will now agree with me that it's not agents, because you have a house that he is managing, for example, as a colleague, then it's a newly built apartment.
Yeah.
The owner wants ₦1 million, for example, for the 2-bedroom. You get. I have a house I'm managing, an old house. The landlords are friends. Now, he believes that if my friend A can rent his own apartment at 1 million, why can't I get my own? He's not even considering.
That one is new.
It's new.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
But because they are just beside each other, he will feel that why can't I get the same value? He doesn't even know what's in his friend zone. He doesn't go there. He just heard that, my own is 1 million. Why can't?
So in situation like this, what can be done?
That is what I said, that there should be a regulatory body.
Yeah.
There's no regulatory body. If I can say the Fashola government wanted to do this, try this, the implementation came, even though it affected the industry a bit. But let me tell you, as at that time, there were something like a 2-year rent.
Yes.
Yeah, get a house
I remember when he enacted that.
They will tell you a house is 500, but pay 2 years. When Fashola came and said that there should be no more 2 years, that same house for 500 was now like 800 a year.
Yes.
They felt that now they're taking a year rent, but basically the money went up instead of you get. So there has to be a regulation in the real estate industry, and I will still go to some other areas when we get there.
And I think that regulation will be a bit difficult, because if I'm not mistaken, in the civilized world, I think like 80 to 70% of the houses were built by the government.
Yeah.
They give it out on mortgage, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
At that point, it's easy for the government to put regulations
On it, yeah.
but for somebody when hustle build a house from the scratch, and now you want to tell them,
come see, come and fix this.
Months, like,
Yeah, it's
but in a way, they can still regulate, because there are some houses that are not, houses are not the same standard. So in that vein, if the regulatory bodies were involved, they can value houses by what they are offering.
like you said, the houses, even though most are built by mortgage and the government has a particular amount you can even charge for someone. You can't just go and say, I'm building houses. This one is 100 million.
Mm-hmm.
This one is, there's a standard limit of prices you can't rip people off on the house that you are building. Not like here, developers are building and they just fix the price based on what they've spent. You understand? There's already a regulatory body in the market. They know what you've bought. They know how you. So there's quite more to regulate. Even agents should be regulated.
Okay.
So let me be frank.
Very, very important.
Now we have all sorts of agents. We have surveyors. They're different from. They're surveyors and valuers. They're real estate agents. They're developers. So the body of agents are just, once you just try to get a house, what they just mentioned is agents. They're all different categories of people that.
Yeah.
Some people don't even know how to differentiate them.
Well, I think it will be difficult for the government to regulate the real estate industry.
I think so too.
For example, if I'm a developer now and I'm developing this project, this building, and I spent 200 million naira to develop this building, there's no support from the government. There's no support from any government body to not even loan. From the government to.
Even if you
Let's say I'm taking a loan from a commercial bank, and I have XYZ interest to pay. If I finish such building, how many years do you think I will want the tenant to pay? Just to pay back my loan. I won't fix the price anything less than, if, for example, in Bagada, if you want a comfortable mini flat, you should look at 2 million naira. That's a room and parlor. If you want a new house, brand new mini flat that is sweet and comfortable in Bagada here now, you're looking at 2 million, 1.7.
Break it down.
That is a room and parlor, kitchen, toilet.
Okay, sorry. If I'm paying 1 million naira for the apartments, how much is going to the agent?
You didn't say 1 million. You said 2 million.
Okay, 2 million. If I'm paying 2 million, I want to know the amount that will go to the agent.
The amount going to the agent is the percentage now. Real estate is 10%.
Because I've seen 10%.
Yeah,
okay.
10% on your rent.
I think that's much too.
So if you're paying 2 million naira, the agency fee you're going to pay is 200,000.
Okay, it's not in the 2 million.
It's not in the 2 million. No.
That means you'll be paying 2.2 million.
Yeah, you won't be paying 2.2 million.
You pay 2 million here, pay 200 here.
There are other things.
There are agreements. There's
still
I just want
agreement.
to know what will go to the agent.
There's still agreement. There's still a caution deposit which you're going to pay.
Let me try and break that down. Now there's your rent.
Yeah.
Or let me start from if it were to be the real estate law. If you are taking a house really to be open here, if you are paying for, you are the tenant coming to get a house from this owner, for example. You as the owner, you are supposed to pay your agent that you gave the house to manage. Now he's the one managing the house. He's your agent. He's bringing him to your house. After he pays 2 million to you for rent, you're supposed to pay him a percentage.
On that rent.
Not even the tenant.
Not him paying him. Did you get that?
But this is what we
Now,
see. This is what we see every
is
day.
the agent bringing him to him before they get to you. You understand that?
Yeah.
Agency has a chain. I may not know the owner directly, so he informs the colleague that I have. Okay, see, this is the colleague now. I tell him, he tells him he has a property. He brings his clients to him. You are supposed to pay him that you gave your services. He is supposed to pay him that is rendering the service for him. Did you get the analysis? Now, after paying that, but now, because there is no regulation, if I go back to where I started from, every burden is back on him. He pays him, and he pays him.
That is what is happening now.
You understand? He is now paying both the person that has the property and the agent that is bringing him. Now, there's an agreement from the lawyer. The lawyer has to prepare your agreement. You understand? Yeah. So, that aside, you pay for an agreement that binds you and the landlord together. You understand? That's another fee. Then, in most cases, because of recklessness on the side of tenants coming in, they've put a caution deposit. That's to caution you that by the time you're leaving, if we come check your apartment and it's the same way as we gave you when you are coming. When I mean same way, that doesn't include wear and tear. There's some things that are wear and tear that happens normally. You understand? You can't tell me the wall is peeling or there's biro on the wall. Normal with children, you get that. Or maybe when you've broken the toilet, the kitchen cabinets are removed. Some major damages have been done. You understand? That's why there's a caution. Which, if it is in order when you are leaving, you're supposed to get your deposits back.
But did they pay back that money?
Yeah, some do. Some do. We have houses we manage and some ask for it. After checking, some don't get the same value of what they paid. It's reduced because maybe the house was painted for you and the owner expects you to paint back. You understand? So you don't get that same total figure back. Then some don't ask because there would have been a relationship between him and him. Yeah. By the time he's leaving, my landlord was very good. I can't go back and be asking 100K after 4 years that I stayed in the house. He was good to me. So most people often tend to leave it. You understand? So
that's to be on the safer side. If you're taking any house, just make sure that your the receipt or the deed of assignment given to you carries the amount you paid for the caution deposits.
Okay.
Yeah. So when you're leaving, you now that's the only evidence you have to ask someone to get your money back.
Most landlords, they just give you receipts for
rent.
the annual rent.
Yeah.
It should be stated in your agreement that you pay the caution deposit.
Well, if you pay for an apartment, you are entitled to a receipt and a deed of assignment.
An agreement. That's the lawyer's fee you paid for.
If there's any issue between landlord and tenant, the deed of assignment will be asked in court. Where is the deed of assignment? That is the first thing that will be asked in court.
Okay. So, in rounding off, guys, our time is up, and we'll wrap it up from here. Thank you very much for watching.
I think we should continue this conversation some other time.
Yes, some other time. I'll bring you guys back.
It's really
yes.
big.
Thank you.
Really big.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.